On August 30th, 1997, the world faced a collective shock with the tragic and untimely death of Diana, Princess of Wales. Revered globally as the People's Princess, her sudden loss in a car crash in Paris created waves of mourning and confusion. While tributes poured in, a flurry of speculation, rumors, and conspiracy theories began to take root, fueled by the extraordinary circumstances surrounding the crash and the highly publicized efforts to save her life. This detailed account explores every element of that fateful night, from the accident to the medical interventions, to the investigations and lingering suspicions that have refused to fade even decades later. Princess Diana and Dodi Al Fayed had just concluded a luxurious vacation along the French and Italian Riviera aboard the Al Fayed family yacht. Their plan for the evening was seemingly straightforward: spend the night at the Ritz Hotel in Paris before flying to London. However, knowing the paparazzi would be relentless, the couple and their security detail devised a plan to avoid media attention. A decoy vehicle was sent from the hotel's main entrance, while Diana and Dodi exited through a back door and entered a black 1994 Mercedes-Benz S280, driven by Henry Paul, the deputy head of Ritz Security. In the passenger seat was bodyguard Trevor Rees-Jones. Notably, none of them wore seatbelts, a fact that would later become a devastating detail. At approximately 12:23 a.m., the car entered the Pont de l'Alma tunnel. Attempting to avoid a mysterious white Fiat Uno, Henry Paul lost control. The Mercedes struck Pillar 13 of the tunnel at approximately 65 miles per hour, twice the speed limit. The impact was catastrophic. Dodi and Henri died on the spot. Diana initially survived but suffered massive internal injuries. Rees-Jones survived with major trauma. Dr. Frederic Maillier, an off-duty emergency doctor who happened to be driving by, stopped to assist. He found Diana conscious but in shock. She muttered, "Oh my God," and later said, "Leave me alone," indicating confusion and pain. The wreckage drew both emergency responders and intrusive paparazzi, some of whom tried to help, while others continued taking photos. By 12:30 a.m., police and firefighters arrived. When Diana was loaded into the ambulance, she went into cardiac arrest. After external CPR revived her, the ambulance departed at 1:41 a.m. and reached Pitié-Salpêtrière Hospital at 2:06 a.m. Dr. Monsef Daman was the surgeon on duty that night. He and his team immediately assessed Diana's condition. X-rays revealed massive internal bleeding. The most serious injury was a tear in the left pulmonary vein, a near-fatal injury with high mortality. A thoracotomy was initiated, revealing more issues, including a rupture in the pericardium, the membrane surrounding the heart, which had allowed blood to compress the heart. Recognizing the severity, Dr. Daman called in Professor Alain Pavier, a leading French cardiothoracic surgeon. Despite their efforts, including surgical repair, cardiac massage, defibrillation, and medication, Diana's condition worsened. At 4 a.m., after an hour of desperate intervention, the team pronounced her dead. At 6 a.m., a press conference announced her passing. Worldwide mourning followed. Prince Charles and Diana's sisters arrived in Paris later that day, accompanied by French President Jacques Chirac. Diana's body was flown to the UK, covered with the royal standard, in a display of dignity and national sorrow. From the outset, Mohammed Al Fayed, Dodi's father, alleged that the couple was murdered by the British establishment. He claimed their relationship and a potential marriage posed a threat to the monarchy's image. According to him, Diana was pregnant, and the idea of the future king's stepbrother being a Muslim was intolerable to royal interests. These claims were fueled by a mysterious white Fiat Uno seen fleeing the scene, allegations that Diana was being surveilled by MI6, a letter Diana wrote in 1995 to her butler, predicting an accident planned by my husband. Some theorists went further, accusing hospital staff of negligence or participation in a plot. They claimed the delay in getting Diana to the hospital and the medical treatment itself were suspicious. In an exclusive interview with the Daily Mail, Dr. Dachmann offered his perspective. He denied all allegations of conspiracy. "We did everything we could," he stated. The pulmonary vein injury, he emphasized, was almost always fatal. He explained that Diana's injuries were consistent with high-speed trauma. The thoracotomy revealed a hemorrhagic chest cavity and significant pericardial damage. The team acted swiftly, and calling Professor Pavia was standard protocol for extreme cases. Dr. Dachmann also shared the psychological toll. The eyes of the world were on them. He described the somber atmosphere, the collective silence after Diana was pronounced dead, and how deeply the event affected every member of the medical team. To combat public mistrust, the British Metropolitan Police launched Operation Paget in 2004, led by Lord John Stevens. The investigation lasted 3 years and involved over 300 witness interviews, expert forensic analysis, pathology reviews, examination of CCTV and crash data, investigating MI6, MI5, and Royal Communications. Key findings: Henri Paul was driving under the influence of alcohol and antidepressants. He was speeding excessively. Paparazzi were pursuing the car but did not cause the crash directly. None of the car's occupants were wearing seatbelts. The white Fiat Uno was never conclusively identified, but it did not play a definitive role in the accident. No evidence was found of a royal plot or MI6 involvement. The final 832-page report concluded Diana's death was a tragic accident caused by reckless driving and environmental conditions, not murder. In 2008, a UK inquest confirmed this, ruling the deaths as unlawful killing due to gross negligence by Henri Paul and the paparazzi. The inquest jury rejected theories of foul play. Despite formal conclusions, whispers persisted. Some claimed that Prince Charles wanted Diana out of the way to marry Camilla Parker Bowles. These claims were largely fueled by Diana's 1995 letter and unverified sources. In recent years, unfounded rumors of Charles's potential arrest circulated online, but no credible evidence supported such a claim. While Operation Paget and French authorities cleared Charles of wrongdoing, the public imagination remains fertile ground for speculation, particularly when fueled by royal drama, tabloid media, and historical mistrust. Dr. Dachmann expressed frustration at being included in these conspiracy narratives. He explained how the accusations disrespected not only his integrity, but also the dedication of the emergency responders and doctors who tried everything that night. "People forget that we were trying to save a life," he said. He emphasized the rare nature of Diana's injuries and the immense blood loss. Even under ideal conditions, survival would have been improbable. The theory that she was killed in the hospital, he said, is both offensive and implausible. Princess Diana's death was not just a royal tragedy, it became a cultural flashpoint. It changed how the media covers public figures and sparked debates about paparazzi ethics and royal privacy. Her funeral was watched by over 2 billion people worldwide. Public emotion overwhelmed institutions, prompting rare displays of vulnerability from the British royal family. Her humanitarian work in AIDS awareness, landmine clearance, and advocacy for the marginalized became her enduring legacy. Even in death, she remained a unifying figure, symbolizing empathy and grace. Today, more than 25 years later, the memory of Princess Diana endures. Dr. Monsef Dahmann's account offers a rare, grounded view into the human reality behind a night shrouded in myth. He and his colleagues didn't treat a princess. They treated a woman who was gravely injured, whom they tried to save with everything they had. His testimony serves as a vital reminder. Sometimes the truth is not found in shadowy plots or coded letters, but in the efforts of professionals doing their duty under unimaginable pressure. And while the theories may never disappear, the facts remain. Diana died in a car accident caused by human error and poor decisions. The emergency and medical staff acted with integrity and urgency. Her death was an accident, not an assassination.